Hi there, welcome back to Finance Talks My Robot family. In today's video, how can you build your wealth so that you can buy whatever you want without breaking the bank? You may have heard that you can buy assets rather than liabilities to be able to afford what you want, but is it really possible to make all the money you want? You can see rich people with nice watches, luxury cars, and lavish mansions all over social media. Are these high-end things just for the wealthy? What can we do to make a dream car, a beautiful house, or a perfect holiday a reality? You see all of these lavish possessions that wealthy people have, but you do not know how they were able to afford them. Their strategy was to purchase assets rather than liabilities. You must do two things if you want to maximize your capital, the first of which is to purchase income-producing properties. Liabilities can be avoided. What's the difference between purchasing assets and purchasing liabilities? Let's start with an overview of properties, which increase in value over time and return money to you. A piece of real estate, a corporation, or a stock may all be considered income-producing assets. Liabilities, on the other hand, drain your funds. The first step toward growing your resources is to recognize and eliminate liabilities. What not to purchase. Create a list of what you should not buy first. Some of these things are extremely appealing, which is why they lead to financial difficulties in the first place. These are not something that wealthy people waste money on. As a first step, avoid making these kinds of purchases. Impulsive purchases. You could be driving home from work when you notice a lovely pair of shoes or a fashionable new jacket in a store window. They're a few $100s, but you feel you've earned them. Rich people, on the other hand, do not buy on impulse. I have a Marvel toy range, including my Iron Man figures, but they were not impulse purchases. Computer games and television. Reduce the amount of time you spend playing video games and watching television. Adults in households with annual incomes below $25,000 spend significantly more time consuming media, through TV, video games, or radio, than adults in households with annual incomes over $75,000, according to Nielsen data from 2015. Brands of opulence. It's tempting to spend a lot of money on designer clothing, jewelry, or technology, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to look and feel good. Mark Zuckerberg wore gray t-shirts and Steve Jobs wore plain jeans. Bill Gates wears a $10 timepiece. For over a decade, Michael Bloomberg has worn the same two pairs of shoes. I frequently wear a simple white t-shirt and jeans on a casual day. Home is overpriced. Just because we have more money doesn't mean we'll buy a home with a high price tag. If anything isn't worth the asking price, it isn't worth the asking price. Everyone enjoys a good deal, regardless of their financial situation. Rather than renting, you can buy. Purchasing real estate isn't always the best option in today's economy. Renting is the most cost-effective solution for those who want to be mobile and versatile. Even the well-heeled are opting for a rented home. According to a RentCafe.com report, top-earning renters rose by 175% between 2007 and 2017, while homeowners in the same income class grew by 67%. Haircuts that are prohibitively expensive. To appear wealthy, you don't need an expensive haircut. You don't need to spend a lot of money on grooming if it's done properly and you like how you look. Invest in income-generating assets. Lottery winners want to buy their dream house, fly around the world, buy a car, sail on a yacht, or go shopping. It's the best feeling in the world to realize your dream and not have to think about money while making a purchase. If you're just buying liabilities, though, you'll be faced with a reality check when your money runs out. You should concentrate on purchasing assets rather than liabilities. The profit from those assets pays for our luxuries, so the wealthy purchase assets first. Here's an example of their mindset. Instead of pondering whether or not they can afford anything, wealthy people ponder how it can make them money. Assets worth putting your money into. Let's start with the different types of assets that you can invest in. When I decided to purchase a Bentley, I first purchased real estate that would produce enough cash flow to support my car's monthly payment. Rather than purchasing the liability, the Bentley, I had to first purchase an asset, such as rental property. Instead of paying for my Bentley out of pocket, my property will pay for it. The key is that our assets are investments. Entrepreneurs who invest are wealthy individuals. If you're a business owner, make some money first before investing in more equipment for your company. Invest a portion of the money you earn from your company. Cash flow is increased by assets that generate revenue, such as real estate, shares, and a company. Your house, gold, collectibles, paintings, and antiques are still assets because they appreciate, but it's difficult to predict whether the appreciation will outpace inflation and the cost of maintenance. Turning liabilities into assets is a term used to describe the process of converting liabilities into assets. People are investing in real estate and renting out property to improve their cash flow. Every month, they collect rental payments from their condo or home. Others are purchasing homes and renting out a whole floor, a suite, or a space to supplement their income. Airbnb provides cash flow to owners of holiday homes, cabins, and other real estate. These short-term rentals have become a part of the gig economy, which is a labor market that consists of short-term contract jobs or side hustles. This work allows people with full-time employment or those who are self-employed to supplement their income. Through being an Uber or Lyft driver, rideshare drivers have converted their car from a liability to an asset. Many drivers supplement their income by driving customers during shifts that fit their schedule. Clothing, too, can be transformed into a valuable commodity. People who aren't business owners can use online communities to rent out their wedding gown, costly evening gown, or prom gown to people who live in the same or surrounding cities, for example. They've figured out how to transform a one-time buy into a long-term asset. People who work full-time can take on a side job to deduct expenses and prevent some of their liabilities from leaking money. Depending on the type of company you have, you will be able to deduct the cost of things like your mobile phone, internet, and vehicle while you have a side business. Often consider how you can boost your cash flow by purchasing assets so that you can afford what you want. If you watched my wealth triangle video, you know that there are 3 things that improve your cash flow. The 3 sides of the triangle. High earning skills are those that allow you to earn a 6-figure salary regardless of your industry or profession. A scalable company is one that can raise profit margins while increasing sales volume. Investments with a high rate of return. An investment that yields a 10% annual return year after year. Aside from assets, there's one more thing that the wealthy purchase. They understand the importance of their time and regard it as a monetary asset. Don't sell time, buy it. Another way to acquire assets rather than liabilities is to purchase rather than sell time. What is the value of your time to you? One of the most popular regrets is not getting enough time to do what they wish to do, such as spend more time with a loved one, focus on a goal, or take a vacation. They were too preoccupied with their daily lives, such as going to work, getting their children to soccer practice, grocery shopping, and so on. Then they wake up one day to find that 10 years have passed. How do you turn your time into an advantage so that you can do the stuff you really want to do? Employees who sell their time are normally those who are in financial difficulty. They are paid according to the number of hours they work, and they believe it is normal to sell their time. Since time is the only commodity that cannot be replaced, wealthy people buy it. Money, customers, and time are all replaceable, but time is irreplaceable. In conclusion, when it comes to growing your income, you should concentrate on purchasing assets rather than liabilities. Assets will provide you with the cash flow you need to purchase the items you need. When you have money, don't go out and buy a luxury car or a large home as soon as you can. The moment you drive the expensive car off the lot, you'll start losing money. Rather, purchase income-generating properties first and then the pricey watch or shoes later. Real estate or a side business that transforms your liabilities into assets are examples of income-producing assets. For example, you could drive for a rideshare company or rent out things or real estate that you own. If you have an ego and want to show off that you've made it by purchasing those products, you'll just look wealthy rather than being rich. You can become wealthy if you can let go of your ego, exercise self-control, and concentrate on purchasing assets first. Other luxuries can be purchased later because your assets would cover the cost. Your investments will support you, feed you, and allow you to enjoy the finer things in life. For the first 10 years of my business career, I didn't have any lavish belongings. Before getting my Bentley, I drove a Mazda and then an Audi for several years. People are interested in where you are now, but they are not interested in where you come from. Finally, treat time as a valuable asset. Take some time to unwind and spend time with your mates, but keep in mind how much that time would cost you. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to say, thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching, you're an absolute legend, and remember to smash the like button and the subscribe icon so you get the latest updates when we post the new videos. See you soon.